You say that you don't like them, but I've seen you all the time. You say that you don't like them, but I've seen you all the time. You say that you don't like them, but I've seen you all the time. You say that you don't like them, but I've...
My name is Jesse Coutrere. I'm the varsity basketball coach here at Essex. I'm 32 years old. I graduated in 2003 from Essex High School. I have 0 state championship wins. My family, as you might have just heard, has quite a few. I actually didn't know I was going to play college basketball. I went to college just to go to college. I went to Johnson State. They had an open gym and I went and played, and coach approached me after open gym and said, "Hey, I'd love to see you come out and play for the team." And 4 years later, I had a pretty solid, pretty fun college basketball career. Not something I anticipated, but an experience that I loved having. The steps I took to become a college athlete were pretty simple for me. It was just be a good high school student, get to college. That was my goal all along. Work hard enough to get there and be able to have the opportunities to play college sports. And it just so happened, as I previously said, that it worked out perfect for me, and I was able to play 4 years of college basketball. I realized right away I wanted to be a college athlete when I was a little kid. I had a brother and 2 sisters play here. My sister Elena won 3 state championships. My sister LaWanda won 1 state championship for Coach Robinson. And my brother Troy almost won a couple for Coach Reardon. So I knew when I was little watching those guys that I wanted to be a college athlete. It just so happened that I was able to work that out. So that was an easy one for me. It was in my family, and I continued to work as hard as I could on school and athletics to get to that point. Just the experience to want to come back to coach here was pretty easy as well. I left college working in Burlington, and I knew Coach Goodrich needed someone to help out. I ended up starting to help with the JV team, and it was a great time. I had fun. I knew that coaching was something that I always wanted to do. I was pretty good at it. I was a graduate assistant in college after I finished my playing career, and something that always interested me. So when the opportunity arose to come back here to help out and help out the school I graduated from, I jumped at it, and things just worked out where the timing was right, and I was able to get the job here as the head coach. And it's just something I wanted to do to give back to the community that gave me and my family so much.
My name's Tom Carton. I'm 22 years old. I graduated in 2013 from EHS, and I have 4 Essex High School championships, but none in basketball. All were in track. Ever since I was a little kid, I loved coming to Essex High School varsity basketball games. Since I was playing in middle school, I've always wanted to be a college athlete. That was kind of the one thing I wished for, I strived for every single day. The steps I took to become a college athlete, I spent a lot of time in the gym. If that was me sneaking in with my special key, if that was me, just coming to school early, staying after, putting up 1,000 shots a day, I did it all. I wanted to be a college athlete, like I said, maybe since I was 8 years old. Nothing's ever changed in my life. Basketball's been the one love that's always going to be there. When I was in high school, I thought I learned a lot from my coaches. Jesse was one of the coaches when I was here. Coach Goodrich, Hendry, Jason Webster, all these guys taught me a ton just throughout my time here at Essex. And I thought I could give it back. And coming in here as a graduate, working in Burlington, just wanted to give back to the people that helped me out so much when I was in school. I thought I learned a lot. I think these high schoolers these days need to learn a little. Take what you can from the people who help you out. At Roger Williams University in Rhode Island, and that's I guess I answered all the questions. See, I feel like 4 of your questions are all the same.
One of the questions that wasn't on there that I want to ask, how has the basketball and college, high school athletic experience changed since when you guys were here?
It's changed quite a bit. I think that the way school is now as compared to in the early 2000s, we had a little more freedom in high school, and there was a little bit more strict coaching styles. that I experienced that probably aren't around today. And it's changed quite a bit. I think that you have to change with the times, and I think that adjusting in that way, adjusting your coaching style is important, and something that I've kind of learned how to do as I've grown up. I've taken how I was coached and how I would want to be coached now, and kind of put those two together to become a better coach myself.
I would agree with what Jesse said there. I feel like when I was playing, discipline was a big part of high school. Being accountable, being held accountable for your actions was a big part of being a student athlete, especially here at Essex. I feel like Essex is a school that doesn't mess around. They want to hold you to a higher standard than the rest of the schools, and that's something that we live for, and that's part of the Essex tradition. And nothing's changed with that, but I feel like just throughout the years, with everything going on in this world, things are changing. It's harder for people to really hold you at a higher standard these days, which is something that we were definitely, as part of growing up a while ago. You were always held at a higher standard.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't achieve that, you would have to.
And college sports are a little different. Obviously, you're on your own. You're an adult, and there's a little bit more responsibility you have to take for yourself. And coaches, they get after you. They get after you. They make you work whatever style they feel fit. It's up to them because you're an adult, and so you have to understand how to take it and understand how to grow as a person and an athlete, and you have to adjust to their style because it's their team and you're at their school. It's very different than high school, so that's for sure. Yeah.
And they'll tell you exactly how it is.
Yep. And there's no debate.
No, that is.
I think that's one part that kids now, in high school, they sometimes think there's a debate or this is a back and forth when it shouldn't be, and it's not always. It can be, but in college it never is. So that's how there's a big difference in high school to college there. So.